Welcome to My First Gig, hosted by me, Ryan Brown. This is a show that explores how professionals entered the workforce and the lessons they learned along the way. Today's guest is Allie Anderson, CEO of Craft Co., a growing spirits company behind brands like Joseph Magnus, Coppercraft Distillery, Thatcher's Organic Artisan Spirits, and more. She now leads a national portfolio and helps shape the future of premium spirits, but her path there didn't start in a distillery and didn't even start in the spirits industry. Allie's path into leadership wasn't a straight line. Her early career started in St. Louis, Missouri. Then she moved to Washington, D.C., where she still lives, so we'll talk about that. And I used to live there as well. And now here in West Michigan. Today we are in Holland, Michigan at the Craft Co. Distillery and Social House. Allie, welcome to the show, and thanks for the booze. Cheers.
Yes. Thank you
Thanks for having
me.
us.
I'll drink to that.
Absolutely.
I actually do need a sip.
Okay, so the very natural first question of this podcast is, what was your first gig?
My first gig was, you ready for this title?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Community Development Coordinator
Nice.
at St. Louis University,
Nice.
which we know.
Yeah,
SLU.
Jesuit representation. Love it.
Go Billikens.
Yep.
And you know what? Like the short version of that is I ran a dorm.
Yeah.
I ran residence life if you're in the
Yes.
industry.
Of course.
It was residence life. So
Yeah.
I had if you're familiar with SLU, there's a really tall dorm
Yeah.
on that campus, and
Yeah.
that was mine. So 900 students, and I
Wow.
was 22 years old.
I believe in our prep call, you said you were a baby watching babies.
I was, yeah. I was like a toddler watching
Yeah, right.
like 9-month-olds, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. How did you end up there doing res life?
I mean, I was an RA
Yeah.
at Ball State,
Okay.
so love that I would confiscate alcohol. I feel like maybe something started.
you know?
there, you
Yeah,
know,
exactly.
staying school kids.
Oh, there's, yeah.
Yeah, it's always in residence life.
Mhm.
You know, I think I've always gravitated towards leadership roles like that.
Mhm.
It was an opportunity to just kind of take that to the next level.
Yeah.
I was used to being in charge of a floor, a couple
Yeah.
floors. And, you know, frankly, at that point in my life, when you're 21, 22, you're like, I don't know what I want to
Yeah, of course.
do. I got a business
Yeah.
degree, but what do I do with that?
Yeah.
And so this felt like a way to safely stay
Yeah.
in that kind of community.
Kind of in the bubble.
Yeah,
Yeah.
really in the bubble, but then also get a little bit more of responsibility and, you know, be a leader.
Yeah.
And that was really my first professional experience
Yeah.
leading.
Yeah.
And I was so young.
Yeah, yeah.
Back on that now.
What lessons in that first job can you trace back to like your entire career?
I think when I look back at that first job, you know, 900 students, and
That's
I got,
a
you know,
lot.
a great, yeah. And I had a several hundred students under my direct,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
purview and a staff of 8 to do that.
Yeah.
When I look back at that, I'm like, you know what? It's not that different. It was like running
Hmm.
a more chaotic company.
Yeah.
Except you're dealing with
Possibly the most chaotic. of
really
companies.
chaotic, you know,
Yeah.
middle of the night calls,
Yeah.
or whatever. You know, not
Yeah.
sure if that fire alarm is for real or not.
Yeah, yeah.
But I think it taught me to manage,
Yeah,
right?
right.
Manage people, how to lead without really having the authority. You know, I think this is like, yeah, you're in charge
Interesting.
of this, but do you have authority?
Yeah.
You're effectively their same age.
Right.
Like, really, how much more experience do you have?
Yeah.
You know, maybe I've done a few more like alcohol busts
Yeah.
or, you know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I probably had a little bit more programming experience. But
Mhm.
beyond that, it was how do I lead
Yeah.
these people when I'm really in their same state,
Yeah. Yeah.
same stage.
Yeah.
So
Interesting.
that was good. And then just managing chaos.
Yeah.
And really, that's what business is a lot
Yeah.
of the time,
Yeah.
is managing chaos. So I feel like I learned those pretty early on,
Yeah.
those lessons.
When you were there, did you think, oh, I'm going to be CEO one day? Like, was that the dream job or
Nope.
what? No.
No.
What was the
No.
dream job?
I don't know if I've ever had a dream
Yeah.
job, except
Sure.
I'm doing it now.
Yeah.
you know?
Obviously.
Like I seriously am doing
Yeah.
it now, which
Yeah.
is what's so great about that.
Yeah.
I really went there because I could stay in the bubble, could still learn. The plan was to, you know, get an MBA, which I
Yep.
did.
Yep.
But I was just working so much, and
Yeah.
you know, it's like 80-hour work
Yeah.
weeks when you're with students like that. You're
I mean, were you living in the building?
I was.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you're not really
Yeah.
ever turning it off.
Don't want to brag, but like I had pretty big dorm
Yeah.
room. It's like they
Right.
stacked together
Of
like
course.
3 rooms and
Yeah,
make it
good.
your live-in
Yeah.
apartment.
Good.
No, it was great. And so the dream job was really just to get more experience,
Yeah.
stay engaged, do what I could. So honestly, I stayed there for a year.
Yeah.
And then I
Nice.
went into corporate life. And
Yeah.
what's great about that is I had so much responsibility that I went from my kind of first corporate interview. It was in telecommunications, and they hired me on the spot. They were
Really?
Like, yeah. They were like,
On the spot?
yeah.
Nice.
It was the director of finance I interviewed with, and he looked at my resume and he said, "You've done all of this?"
Yeah.
It's like, "Yep. What do you want to know?"
Yeah.
I think I can handle your customer service.
Right. Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
Opening. So
Nice.
yeah.
And what was that job, and what was the actual job title, and
That I
what
got
were you
hired
doing?
for.
Yeah.
That was at Lucent Technologies.
Okay.
So I know that telecom fiber is pretty sexy.
Yeah.
Not a sexy bourbon, but
Yeah.
whatever. And I was a customer service rep.
Okay.
So,
Nice.
handling kind of frontline calls for
Yeah, again.
engineers and customers. So I didn't know what I was doing, but that's
Yeah.
the whole point.
Right.
Is that you got to learn.
Yeah.
You got to learn somewhere.
Well, and in both of those jobs, you're learning people, right? Like you're just managing and learning how people
For sure.
are and how to
Yeah.
wrangle them, like you said.
I'm thinking back, like, we've all had the lemonade stand as a kid,
Yeah.
right? And I
Yep.
was the kid who was like, nope, I'm going to tell you where your product, your place, where the position needs to be. Like, I had all of that locked down. I was arguing with the other kids about
Yeah.
how we do this.
Yeah.
So I probably should have seen the signs early on that was, that beverages were going to be in my life.
Yeah.
But I think those lessons stick with you. How are you going to manage
absolutely.
chaos? How are you going to lead without authority all the time?
Yeah.
What are you going to do with few resources?
Yeah. Talk to me about, it sounds like you kind of always had a sales and marketing brain.
I guess so. Yeah.
That's what it sounds like from
Yeah,
from
I
sitting
know.
here.
Yeah, I remember telling my parents, who were both in sales, business
Yeah.
owners, like, I'm never gonna do sales. What?
Yeah.
That's so gross. Like
Yep.
selling to people. And boy, am I eating those words.
Yeah. My dad was a pharmaceutical sales rep.
My mom was a pharmacist.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah. So I was
Crazy,
like,
didn't you know?
like.
So your mom's trunk was full of drugs too.
I legit would tell people, he also liked to hunt. So when people would ask, oh, what do your parents do? I was like, oh, my dad sells drugs and he likes to shoot things. And they would be like, what? At the Catholic school I was going to, it would always raise the eyebrows
Oh my
a little
gosh,
bit.
I feel like our dads would get along great.
Probably.
Yeah.
Okay, so you always had the sales background.
Yeah.
How long were you at Lucent?
I was there for, oh gosh, that's reaching back 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
They paid for me to get my MBA.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and you know what was great, and I have to really acknowledge this. I didn't have to pay that back. I didn't have
Really?
to sign anything that said I would stay.
Yeah.
Like, they really did invest in me. I got promoted like crazy
Wow.
through there, and that was at a time when, I kind of came in at the very tail end of when telecom was really booming.
Yeah.
And I think, classic, like, because I was young, I was really hungry.
Mhm.
I could learn legacy systems. When they moved over to SAP, I could translate that. And so I stayed through a lot of layoffs, stayed through tremendous downsizing and change, and just kept learning more.
Yeah.
So they invested in me,
Yeah.
and I stayed stayed long enough to realize I didn't like corporate life.
Before we get to that jump, that's a lot of turmoil within one company. Sounds like you kept saying yes, but why do you think you survived? What was it about you or your work ethic that?
Yeah. I think on the cynical side, you could say, well, when you're younger, you're less expensive.
Sure.
But I think really good managers and people that invest in companies say, well, they look at the talent pool, regardless of age, regardless of anything, and say, who's hungry?
Yeah.
Who wants to learn? Who brings the energy? And I think I brought all those things. I think I still do. I mean, I think that's probably one of the reasons I've been able to jump from thing to thing and just be like, I'm all in. What can I learn?
Yeah.
What can I do?
Right.
And I think when you lose that edge, you kind of lose that hunger.
Yeah.
I think that's when it might be time to move on to something else, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And did you get that feeling at Lucent?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, for
Tell
sure.
us about that.
Well, it was really hard because you're seeing, like on Thursdays, we used to call them FMP Thursdays, Forced Management Plan Thursdays.
Ooh.
Right? Can you imagine?
Who doesn't love
Right? That's
an
and it's
FMP Thursday?
corporate to give it that FMP.
Yeah.
And it was devastating to see people that had spent, we called them lifers, their entire career with the baby bells, with AT&T, with all that.
Yep.
And, be asked to retire or not asked to retire. Guys that would be sitting next to you in a cubicle that trained you.
Yeah.
And here you are.
Yeah.
I mean, you felt horrible. So it
Awkward.
was awful for morale.
Yeah.
And I think I looked at that and went, that's not a culture I want to be a part of. Thank you for the experience. Thank you for the degree.
Thanks for the MBA. Yeah.
Yeah.
See ya.
Goodbye.
Yeah. Yeah.
And at that point I was, mid-20s, I guess, and was ready. You kind of know who you are a little bit more.
Yeah, for sure.
And I was ready.
Nice.
So you do something different.
And then was it DC right after that?
Yeah. Oh, so that was in St. Louis.
Yeah.
And I met a boy. there. And I lived there for 6 years. So I guess, yeah, I worked there for 6 years.
Nice.
And we got married and then moved to DC,
Yeah.
which was a great pivot for me to go, what do I want to do
Yeah.
next? So then I worked for a startup out of
Nice.
California,
Okay.
of, Napa, and they were selling asset management software.
Okay.
So
Again, more
again,
of the sexy software.
I know, it's just, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
So I got a lot of great sales experience, training experience there. Smaller, more nimble
Yeah.
company. They felt hungry to me, like they were doing cool things. I interviewed with the owner who created the software,
Yeah.
and that there was energy there. So
Yeah.
I think it matched me
Yeah.
at a time in my life when I was just like, ready to go. What
Yeah.
else can I do?
Yeah.
So I learned SAP. Cool. Now I can learn this Oracle-based platform.
It's a good thing to know at that time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it really was.
Yeah. Okay, so you moved to DC. Where did you, I also lived in DC, so we got to do a little DC deep
Yes.
dive. Where did you move when you first got there?
Alexandria,
Okay.
Virginia.
Beautiful.
I know. The thing about DC, they're all like, you on the DC, you on Virginia side, or you on the Maryland
DMV.
side?
It's all
Yeah,
connected by the
I know.
metro.
Let's not fight. It's
Yeah,
DMV.
exactly. Yeah.
No, so I lived on the Alexandria side, coming from the Midwest, right? I'm from
Mhm.
Indiana. And I remember looking at home prices there
Mm-hmm.
and being shocked.
Yeah.
Like, great, I'll take 3 of
Yeah.
those.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
just ridiculously expensive. So
Yeah.
we bought just a little duplex in Alexandria and
Mhm.
fixed it up.
Nice.
And we've been.
Are you still there?
And that we moved 2 streets over.
Okay.
Can I tell you the story about?
Yes,
because
please.
we want-
That's what
but-
we're here for.
Yeah, so I walked. I'd had my first baby at that point. I'm
Okay.
out in the stroller, going around the block, and I see the crappiest house on the street. And one day there's cop cars and police vehicles
Sure.
outside of the cars. So I get around the corner, and I called my husband and was like, I think the house might go up for sale. Maybe we can afford it.
Yeah.
So sure enough, an estate sale,
Oh my
yeah, a
gosh.
couple months later, and we walk through, and this, going through, and this lady walks out, and she goes, well, that thing's a money pit. And I
Yeah.
said to Brian, I was like, oh, we can totally, this is something we can do.
That
this."
was our chance.
Yeah, and so we did.
Yeah.
The people were so gracious, and they said, we just want to sell this to a family.
Nice.
Just gonna, have it and
Yeah.
grow it. And that's exactly what we did. So we bought it, fixed it up ourselves.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you're still in DC.
Still, yeah. So it's been 20 years.
Wow.
I know.
Okay, and then I want to talk about, because I did some LinkedIn
You have
dive.
to.
I know,
Yeah.
part of my job. There's a large chunk of your own photography business.
Mm-hmm.
What was the catalyst for that? And what lessons did you learn having your own shop?
Catalyst for that was truly is having kids.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I was having kids and realizing. I remember the day I laid my oldest daughter down, Genevieve, for a nap, and I just laid next to her, and I'm not a crier.
Yeah.
I started crying. I was like, there's something here. I don't know what this is,
Mhm.
but I know that I can't go back to the NIH, who was my client at the time,
Okay. Yeah.
and work on their asset management software
Yeah.
or how they're going to catalog everything. I just went, no. So I powered that down,
Okay.
which was shocking to me.
Yeah.
Shocking to me that I could discover that about
Yeah.
myself.
Right.
And I just took some time to go, what do I want? I've always been creative. I studied piano in college.
Oh, wow,
Super
cool.
creative. So I said, yeah, I don't know. I got to get out of the house. I know I
Yeah.
got to do something. I got to create.
Yeah.
And that was what kind of just made that entrepreneurship part of me
Yeah.
open up, which has always been part of my family.
Yeah.
And I kind of found my own way into
Wow.
that. So I had this corporate experience,
Yeah.
had startup experience,
Yeah.
and now I can do my own thing
Mm-hmm.
and have my family.
Yeah.
And for a lot of women, like one of the choices we have to go through is career or family. You can't
Mhm.
have it all. What is
Yeah.
it going to be? And you hear it all the time. And I think it was actually Ruth Bader Ginsburg that said, you can have it all, just not at the same time.
Yeah. Yes.
Right?
I think you're
And
right.
That always
Yeah.
stuck with me.
Yep.
Because I feel like I've had it all,
Mm-hmm.
just not all at the same
Right,
time. And
right.
then that part of my life was really being creative. It was doing
Yeah.
my own thing. How much money could I make at this?
Right.
Not that much,
Right.
as it turns out.
Yeah.
But it was tremendously enjoyable.
Yeah.
I still have those relationships to this day.
Really?
With those clients. Yeah.
Nice.
Some are my very good friends.
Oh, cool.
And I still occasionally, to this day, will get called. Can you shoot? My kid is graduating.
Yeah.
The baby that you photographed when they were first born is
Yeah.
graduating high school.
Oh my gosh.
The wedding.
That's cool.
I did a bunch of weddings.
Yeah.
Some people are together, some people aren't. So, but you know what? Like the thread that I can tie into all of this is
Yeah.
people.
Yeah.
Like whether it's a lemonade stand
Yeah. I mean,
or, it's corporate life or startup life, I think the thread is you gotta love people.
Yeah.
And you learn to read people.
Yeah.
Especially when you're holding a camera and you walk into a room full of drunk groomsmen and you got to figure out personalities real quick and how you're going to manage it.
Yeah,
It's not
seriously.
that different from business.
Yeah.
life, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think you were born with that love of people, or it was developed from your parents or your family life, or where did that come from?
I think it comes from reading.
Oh,
I love to read.
Okay.
Still love to read. And I think that love of people comes from seeing people as characters.
Oh, cool. That's a great answer.
Yeah, I mean, just you're like, what's your story? You want to know, like we were talking earlier. I want to know. Like, tell me about JC. Tell me about St. Louis. Tell me about growing up with the Jesuit community. Like, what is that? Like, I think you just got to be curious about people.
Yeah, yeah. That's a great answer.
Yeah.
Okay, so you did the photography thing. How long?
Almost 10 years.
Okay,
Yeah.
and then how'd you get back into? I don't know if you want to. It wasn't corporate life because it was
into this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was I tripped and fell into it.
Okay, gotcha.
One of my just long time good friends going all the way back to St. Louis. He was at WashU. Called and said, "Hey, we're going to start a distillery. We've discovered this bottle, the Joseph Magnus story."
Okay.
He said, "I just think you need to be a part of this." And I said, "I don't know. I know like whiskey and
lemonade's more my style.
lemonade with whiskey, baby."
Yeah.
I'm a mother. I can't be walking into liquor stores. Turns out you can, and that's actually a superpower to have. But so he asked me a couple of times, and I said, I remember I sent a 6 a.m. text on a Saturday morning, and I said, "Fine, just until you find somebody. I'll do it part-time."
Yeah.
I'm still here.
And he was like, "I gotcha."
Yeah, and that was a little over 10 years ago.
Yeah.
So that was, I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
I knew sales, I knew people.
Right.
Selling wasn't as scary anymore.
Right.
Again, eating a lot of crow with my parents, for sure. But it was exciting because I tasted the whiskey and I just went, oh,
Yeah.
like it's actually something I believe in.
Yeah. Right.
That makes all the difference.
I was going to ask how important is that? I think in the sales world.
I think any salesperson will tell you your job is infinitely harder and more soul sucking.
Yeah.
If you don't believe in the product.
Yep. Totally.
I think the marketing term is eating your own dog food.
Yeah.
I'm drinking my own
Yeah,
dog
exactly.
food.
Yeah. Here we are.
I love it. I love it. So no, it was the product, it was the story, it was something I could believe in and something I could build.
Yeah.
That
how many
brand didn't exist.
Yeah. So it was, you started from nothing or?
Well, yeah, it existed in,
Sure.
prior to Prohibition, but we brought it back September 12th, 2015, opened the doors.
Wow.
And to be able to say the discovery of the bottle story is incredible.
Yeah, wait. So did you just literally just, no,
Oh, gosh.
act like I don't.
Okay, well, so I'm going to tell you a little story. Joseph Magnus, real guy, his great-grandson discovered a bottle in his mother's closet. She sadly had passed away and he was cleaning out her closet and he finds this classic story, bottle in a brown paper bag. Right. And he starts asking around the family because we knew, there had been a distiller in the family. And so he starts asking around the family. And they had, I think some cousins had a perfectly preserved bottle.
Yeah.
That was dated May 1892.
Wow.
Yeah. And, he just went, oh, we got to, he loves history.
Yeah.
Went through just a tremendous amount of research, which I could just go down a rabbit hole on. And very long story short, he called up my friend and said, what do we do with this? And my friend Brett said, well, let's just cold call the top guys in the industry and see if they've ever had anything like this before. And so they called.
That's one way to do it.
Yeah. I mean, and that's sales, right?
Yeah.
You just knock on the door.
Yeah.
And you see what kind of answer.
Fearless.
Yeah. So called up some titans of the industry. We called them our dream team, went down to the Brown Hotel in Louisville, Kentucky.
Nice.
And our master blender, Nancy Fraley, wasn't our master blender at the time, took a syringe through that bottle and extracted, I think it took a couple hours, I think it was 200 ml, maybe just shy of that, of this liquid from May 1892.
Wow.
And the best part of this right now is I was with her a couple weeks ago and our head blender, Will Fabry, and I got to try that liquid.
Wow.
I know.
Really?
No, it was sick.
Wow.
Like,
So they held on to it, obviously.
Nancy is, well, she's one of our favorite people, but
Yeah.
she is, she's really a historian, and
Mhm.
not just of news. She loves rock and roll and music,
Nice.
of bourbon, of spirits, of brandy, of Armagnac.
Kind of want to hang out with Nancy.
Oh, you do. You do. When she's in town.
Yeah, we'll do it in my first day with Nancy.
Yeah. Oh, that'd be so fun.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That's incredible.
Yeah. No. So I got to try that liquid
Yeah.
all these years later.
What did it taste like?
I mean, it tasted like heaven.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it was.
I feel like it'd either be heaven or like gasoline.
Yeah, I mean, it could kill you.
Yeah, right, exactly.
And give you the worst headache of your life.
Right. That's awesome.
No, it was, I mean, all the classic notes.
Yeah.
But it was so much softer than you'd expect.
Yeah.
And, you're tasting water from 127 years ago.
That's crazy.
At that time. Yeah.
Wow.
So it was beautiful. What's really interesting is that it changed in the glass from the oxidation so quickly. So it got very spearminty towards the end. Yeah.
Interesting.
I know. Didn't expect that. So
That's pretty cool.
That's where the art of whiskey lives.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's cool. Have you always liked spirits or?
Oh yeah. And if my parents are listening to this, I definitely did not like Jack Daniels when I was 16 years old. That's all I'm saying.
Got it. So you like nice spirit. You like
I've
premium
heard
spirits.
that it was very good. Yeah. No, I
I
always
see what you're
enjoy
saying.
it. I think it goes back to creativity and art, and I think spirits, especially whiskey and bourbon specifically, spoke to me because it's uniquely American.
Yeah.
You know.
I was going to ask, this is kind of an odd question, but what is it actually like working in the spirits industry? Because I feel like as an outsider, it's like, oh, that seems super fun. They're probably just like drinking all day and, but I'm sure that's not the case.
That's not the case in any job.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
I mean, you could be an ice cream taster. Oh, we should ask the folks at Hudson
Yeah.
about that. But
yeah.
honestly, it's a lot of spreadsheets.
Yeah.
It's a lot of spreadsheets every day.
Right.
And that's not a bad thing by any means. I mean, we run the business. We've got several thousand barrels that we're dealing with. You're looking at a product that sits on a shelf. In our case, that's 10 plus years. I mean, what we're drinking today is a 9-year product, right?
It's delicious, by the way.
It is so good. so good. Made right here in Holland. So
Nice.
it's not as glamorous maybe as
Sure.
everyone thinks it's, but I'm not going to say there aren't glamorous moments. I was
Right.
drinking whiskey from 1890 to a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, exactly.
That's pretty great.
Yeah.
But the other part of it is like my team is incredible.
Yeah.
Like I work with
That helps a
the
lot.
best people.
Yeah.
I absolutely do. So I think that's what makes this the dream job,
Yeah.
honestly.
You mentioned previously that taking a kid into a liquor store was almost like a superpower. I believe was.
I used to being a mother.
Okay,
being like,
all right.
Look, pal, you gotta like taste this because I gotta go pick up my kids.
Okay, got it. I see.
Yeah,
Leverage.
no. I have told the story though of
Yeah.
one day I was just like blazing tracks out of DC because I had to go pick up my kids and they were in Arlington at school, and it's a private school, private Christian school, and I get through the line and I'd had to make a short stop in DC because DC
Yeah,
traffic,
hey,
right?
it's the worst.
And I had bottles in the trunk, and they broke. And it's the one day, I kid you not, that the principal is like, Allie, can you roll down? And I was the president of the PTA, right? Of course. Can you roll down? I gotta ask you. And she leans her arms in the bar, and she's like, Hey, Allie, and you see her sniff, and I was like, Hi. Sure, I'll go at the meeting, and we got this. So it was a bit of a job hazard.
That's
that day,
funny.
Yeah,
That's funny.
Yeah, no.
Best whiskey bar in DC.
Ooh, I mean, the most well-known is Jack Rose.
Yeah.
It's a library.
Yeah,
Like,
I've done that as well.
Even if whether you've been drinking whiskey your whole life or scotch, or you just don't know anything, that's the place to go.
Yeah.
And what's great about the folks at Jack Rose, and we've known them for many years now, is they never make you feel stupid.
No.
Right?
Yep.
Like if you're going to go into somewhere, especially with something that I think is a little intimidating sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, literally, the sorry to cut you off, but
yeah.
like the bar itself is just walls and walls of
beautiful.
whiskey. Yeah, it's gorgeous.
And they
But
put
like
that
it is
book
very
in front of you.
intimidating. Yeah, exactly.
Well, the
It's
book
like-
is intimidating.
Yeah,
You're
both of
like,
it.
I don't know. Help me.
Yeah, absolutely.
So we had our very first release of Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend
Awesome.
in November of 2016 at Jack
All right.
Rose.
Coming up on 10 years.
10 years.
Wow. How long have you been at Craftco?
Since 2018,
Okay.
I think.
Gotcha.
So, was with Magnus, of course. And then Craftco was forming shortly after we did, and we were brought in to anchor the luxury side of that portfolio. And that's kind of when West Michigan became part of my life.
Yeah.
And it hasn't left ever since. And I'm so thrilled about that. I really am.
So you've been coming here since 2018?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Not every other week. That's been
yeah.
recent, but,
That's a lot.
But yeah, no, these folks, this team has been in my life.
Yeah.
They've been a big part of my life now.
Yeah.
For
Talk
many
to me
years.
about, because I feel like a lot of people probably listening to this or that have been on this podcast are from here, or at least have like, you know, a direct connection. You're kind of like, you're a newcomer.
I am. Yeah.
What, tell me about this community. What surprised you? What did you expect and how was it different?
What did I expect? You know, I'm from the Midwest.
Right.
So I expected nice people.
Yeah.
Right. And there's, I know, West Michigan nice.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
It's a real
We
thing.
get it. Totally get it. The accent, wasn't ready for that. some of that accent. What surprised me was the sense of community and connectivity.
Yeah.
Particularly, and not just West Michigan, but especially in Grand Rapids.
Yep.
I've just been so fortunate to get to know so many people around there. And no one was like, you're an outsider. Never once have I run into that. Maybe the whiskey helps with that. I don't know if that's part of it.
You show up with a tenure.
Yeah, I mean, you know, pink bubbles never hurts, a little bit of whatever.
Yeah.
But I think it's just this sense of community, and especially like having learned more about the area, wasn't always so great, right? And so it took values, it took commitment, it took money, it took people just shedding any kind of notion about what it was, what it could, and just kind of digging in. And I think that is unique to West Michigan, right? And I'm from Fort Wayne. We're, you know, proud of what we've done there too.
Yeah.
So not knocking anybody, but what I think is unique is just when you grow up here, I don't think you really leave. Yeah. And I think there's a reason for that. And, you know, it comes down to business community, family, faith is a big part of that. It's all interwoven.
Yeah. Even having left for as long as I did, like, it's important not to take that for granted because it is a very real thing here that is not in every community across the country.
And I think it should be talked about more. I think it's a, you know, in terms of a marketing thing, like that's a thing I think a lot of people are looking for. Whether you're early in your career, mid or late stage, there's something here. For you, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, I want to talk about the spirits industry because I feel like, you know, I'm reading a lot of headlines that are like, people aren't drinking anymore. Like, no one, what happened to alcohol?
Headlines? Yeah.
Is that true? Are you guys seeing that? And then what are you doing about it?
Yeah. Really good questions. I love talking about this. I have such strong opinions.
That was kind of, I was like, oh, is we really going to talk shop, or was it like, oh, maybe she'll be into this?
No, we're so into this. Are people drinking less? Yes.
Yeah.
For sure. I think the latest Gallup poll I saw was only 54% of adults.
Yeah.
And that's beer, wine, and spirits.
Yeah.
And
kids, no, don't drink till you're 21. Right. But like, you know, kids aren't drinking either.
They're not. That said, I was FaceTiming with my daughter who's in college over the weekend, and I did see a margarita bottle in the background, and we talked about it. To be honest, you know, like we're absolutely going to talk about that.
Yeah.
So people are drinking less, but here's the thing you don't see.
Yeah.
In the headlines, people are drinking better quality.
So
if you're choosing to drink, you want that to count.
Yeah.
You know, you're again, like, you're not going to drink the swill.
Yeah.
You're going to drink something that is enjoyable, that tastes really good.
Yeah.
And that you can get behind.
Yeah.
Because you know the people.
Right.
Right. Or you know the story or whatever it might be.
Right. And you want to be like proud of it. Like if you're bringing it to a party.
Yes.
Right. You want to be like, this is here. I am a guest and thank you for having me. And like, there's this nice premium liquor.
Right. I mean, you can be the guy that brings the natty light, and that's fine.
That's your thing. That's your thing.
Actually, when someone has a baby, I love to take over like a case of Stella and some People magazines.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Exactly what you need.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah.
Do you guys do any NA stuff, or is it all?
We do not. We make that available here at the Social House on our menu. And our bartender, Nick, is incredible, and he'll make you whatever you want. Yeah. I mean, if you want a Negroni, but you don't want the gin, he'll figure it out. So, and that's truly, I mean, when we talk about what people want when they come in to an establishment, it might be, I do drink, but I'm working on my health right now, or zebra striping. This next round, can you make me a Negroni without the gin in it?
Zebra striping? Is that like one on, one off?
Do you know, all the kids zebra stripe? Do you not zebra stripe?
I'm like actually like 75. So no, I don't know what zebra stripe is.
My kids would tell me I'm cringe. So that's
I'm
okay.
super cringe.
No zebra. Actually, I think that's a really kind of healthy thing to do.
Yeah.
It's, we're enjoying a lovely Coppercraft
Yep.
9-year.
Loving it.
I'm not going to go straight to another Coppercraft 9-year, even though I totally want to. But I'll have a glass of water.
Got it.
Right. So
Yeah.
I'm out on this round, guys. I'm going to have a glass of water or Gatorade or whatever it might be. And I think that's like, what an approachable lifestyle way to drink.
Yep.
I think that makes a lot of sense.
It's very smart.
But what does that translate to? Sure, people are drinking less.
Yeah.
But they're also drinking better.
Yeah.
So
That's a really good point.
this has been so fun.
I know. I love it.
I could just keep talking.
I have one like wrap up question I'm asking everybody.
Go for it.
Okay, so to wrap up, we were asking everyone the last question is, what is one piece of advice, or a couple, that you would give to young people today trying to make it in this life?
I would say don't be afraid to ask the questions.
Mhm.
You're not going to look dumb. Nobody's looking at you. Like,
That is
honestly, nobody
true.
cares.
Yep.
Nobody cares. They care if you do something, make the mistake because you didn't ask the question.
Yep. Totally.
I've said this before. When I got into spirits, I didn't know what FOB meant.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to business school twice. Right? Like, I didn't know what that price was. I was Googling it. I didn't know how distributor relationships worked.
Mm-hmm.
I would get on distributor calls and I would just say, what does FOB mean? And I know they're laughing.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know what, kids? You just have to not care.
Yeah.
You have to not care.
Yeah.
Like, shed that inhibition. Nobody cares if you look stupid.
Yeah.
They care if you don't get the result.
Yep. That's great. Because then if you fake it, that's way worse than just asking right away.
Yeah, especially for the generation coming up. Like, we're all about, Gen Z, right, is all about authenticity.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, walk the walk and talk the talk, baby. You got it. Then care enough about your authenticity to ask questions.
Yep. Absolutely. Allie is the CEO of Craft Co., a premium spirits brand based right here in West Michigan. If you're local and looking for a good place for a drink, come stop by the Social House in Holland. Allie, thank you so much. Cheers. Absolutely. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Wow, what an interesting first gig. If you enjoyed today's journey through the early career stages of our guests, please subscribe on your podcast service of choice. We appreciate your support and love hearing from you. Feel free to leave a review or send us your feedback. It helps us bring more inspiring stories your way. Join us next time for another insightful episode, and remember, every great career journey starts with a single step. This is My First Gig, brought to you by Truscott Rossman and Say More.